This podcast is brought to you by Versatile Terrain. And Versatile Terrain, if you do not know, are the company that make those nameplates that you see on our miniatures in our pictures and on our social media and when we're at tournaments and things like that. I honestly can't even begin to describe the full amount of services that Versatile Terrain offer, because every time I record one of these ad reads, they implement extras that automatically make this out of date. So what I will tell you is that their customer service is second to none. They are by far one of the nicest companies that I have personally ever dealt with in this industry, and they offer what I consider to be one of the most important accessories in Kill Team, as they really bring that narrative to the tabletop. It's completely custom to you. You can choose from an array of different designs. I can't recommend them enough. They are the original, they are the best, and you should head to versatileterrain.co.uk to find out some more about them. And if you're new here, then Chill Team is a Kill Team Battle Report podcast. That is correct. We create audio-focused battle reports for when you're on the go or when your eyes are otherwise occupied, such as painting and things like that. And just because we're a podcast, it doesn't mean that we aren't available on YouTube, because we are. And if you have found us on YouTube, then I should let you know that we are available on whatever podcasting app you prefer, including Spotify. And on that note, if you could leave us a 5-star review wherever it is that you are listening to this, that would be fantastic. Even if you don't leave us a review, just go and read our reviews. I think you will get a kick out of them. It's one of the most bizarre review pages on Apple Podcasts, I would quite happily say, and I'm sure you'll enjoy them as much as I did. So go and have a look at very least. Getting into it a little bit, what you might have noticed over the last couple of episodes is that I've really tried to condense the intros down, and actually the episodes overall. Just to, this is a work in progress constantly, so I'm always trying to figure out the best way for you guys to listen to these things without substituting anything that you obviously enjoy about the podcast. However, here we are, and you're going to look at the runtime of this episode and you're going to go, what on earth has happened there? The thing with this is usually I would obviously edit the episode down enough that it would be a lot shorter than this. However, given the situations at the moment in the world, actually, this is just so you're aware. This intro is the first thing that I have recorded or that Chill Team has recorded since kind of quarantine or lockdown or whatever has become a kind of a word that you use every day. So yeah, this is like the first thing that we've put out since then, really, because the last episode came out just before, or was recorded quite a while before all of the outbreak got to the point that it is at now. Quite a while before it became as serious as it did. Before that, I was scheduled to go to Adepticon as well as Salute in London with my work. I work for Siege Studios, if any of you are new and didn't know that. So go and check out Siege Studios. And yeah, so I was going to go there with work. So we were kind of planning to not be able to record around that time. So we stocked up a little bit to get episodes out. And then obviously all those events got cancelled, everyone got put on lockdown and God knows what else. So anyway, the point that I'm trying to get at is that we have these couple of episodes recorded. We put a note out on Instagram that you might have seen that just kind of outlines everything that we plan to do with our content at the moment with regards to the COVID-19 situation. Luckily, in short, we have 2 full episodes recorded, including the one you're listening to now. And that includes the consequences of battle and things like that. So we're good for a month, and then we're going to decide on what to do after that. So having said that, while we're in this situation, I thought what I might do is, with these 2 episodes, as much as I can anyway, with it still being enjoyable to listen to, is I'm going to leave as much stuff in them as I can, make them longer, just give you as much as possible to distract yourself from what's going on at the moment. So that is where we are. So look, completely understand if you're going to listen to this in parts, completely understand if long episodes aren't for you, but I just thought that given everything that's going on at the minute, and given the amount of, the uncertainty after these 2 episodes, that we'll put as much out as we physically have. So yeah, I think that is about it for my bloated intro to this episode. I'll go through the details of the match as quickly as I can. We are playing the Yield to No One mission. It's in the annual, it's the Necrons mission, in which each team takes up a deployment on the short sides of the board, and it's quite a simple one. There's 2 objective markers, 1 in each deployment zone. We each placed one before we knew which side we were deploying on, and at the end of the battle, each player scores 1 victory point for each enemy model taken out of action by one of their models or attacks or psychic powers. And each player scores 1 victory point for each objectives they control at the end of the battle round. The player with the most victory points is the winner. It's as simple as that. Terrain-wise, it's pretty much what you've come to know from CHILLIX 5 and the whole campaign so far. Lots of ruins, lots of buildings. It's a very built-up area that is unfortunately now being torn down by all the lovely visitors that we've had recently. So that is about it for the game. Oh, we do as well, just so you know, we skip the scouting phase and we cap it at 4 turns, mostly for recording purposes, but still, just so you're aware. And with that, I think it's time to get into the game. The surface of CHILLIX 5, war-torn and scorched, cracked like an eggshell under the impacts of mass reactive weaponry. The ground opened and swallowed friend and foe alike, as if the planet itself was fighting back against all life upon its surface. However, this wasn't the only problem facing the embattled forces upon the planet. A sickly green glow emitted deep within the caves and crevices, the darkest reaches now illuminated by this foul light. The planet shuddered as if animating. A deep and ominous note echoed from the depths, a sound like a guttural growl of a wounded beast. Rock began to crack as mountains and earth split to give way to rising monoliths and ancient tombs. Light poured from the doorways, bathing CHILLIX 5 in green shadow before the sound erupted again, louder now, and the slow stomp of marching shook the ground. Emerging from the black depths of huge doorways or caves, even climbing from cracks in the destroyed surface, came a foe long resting and ancient, the Necrons. With a sound like lightning strikes, a tear in reality lit the sky above one of the newly surfaced structures, and laughter filled the air as masked figures and beaming gunfire flew from the portal. The glint of blades caught in green light as these unannounced visitors danced into combat with deadly grace, meeting the Necron host from all sides. The way they moved and flew with glee and ferocious speed, devoted to the act of murder and destruction, could mean only one thing. They are the Harlequins of the Eldari. Starweavers screamed overhead as the battle raged between the two forces, and it's clear that the purpose is to stop or slow this awakening. Is it possible that they may succeed, but why have they risked so much for a planet of the Imperium? The Harlequins do not interfere lightly. This cannot be their only goal. What else lies beneath, and what are this ancient and deadly Necron host guarding? Seeing as it's a Necron's mission, I think we should start with a Necron's deployment.
Yeah.
Who have you got? Where are they? What is going on?
Well,
what weapons do they have? How can I beat them?
I'll do it all. I'll give you all the things.
Okay.
So, I'm just preparing myself for some of the pronunciation. So these are Sekhem Kar's Immortal March.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Christ.
Oh, yeah. He's not here, but they're marching. So we have, firstly, my deployment zone is consistent of 3 buildings.
Mm-hmm. Classic Toby deployment zone, that.
Classic.
All
Although
up in a building.
only one of them has one floor and it's not surrounded by a wall. So
True.
if anything, I've been stitched up.
Okay.
So we've got a central ruin in the centre,
Mm-hmm.
pointed like an arrow towards the target,
Mm-hmm.
with 1 solid wall and 1 open wall.
Mm.
In this building, in standard Toby fashion, is half of my force. So in the back, in the rear, we have Teo,
Mm-hmm.
the leader,
Mm-hmm.
who's
Teo Cruz.
a Necron warrior. He will become Teo Cruz. He is a Necron warrior armed with a Gauss Flayer, or Gauss Flayer, or Gauss Flayer, however you want to say it.
I think I'd say Gauss.
See, I'm a Gauss man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a Gauss.
Comment what you are.
I am a Gauss man, but I believe it is Gorse.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
but I say
hang on.
Gauss.
So you know it what the correct way is, but you refuse to adhere to that.
Well,
I respect it.
It's just another
I do
little
respect
pun,
it.
like calling Gretchen Gretchkins.
It's just one of them things.
just
You got
a little-
called out for that. You got called out for that on the gram.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not going to change the habit of a lifetime.
I'll keep calling them that.
So to Teo's left is Yusakaf,
Mm-hmm.
and he is a flayed 1.
Ooh.
Yes, and he has flayer claws.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why wouldn't you? In front of him, ready and willing to go, is Serum Ket. He is just a bog standard warrior, again with a Gorse Flayer. And then in the rear, the deep rear, we have our first immortal.
Mm-hmm.
And his name is Mem-Tuhot.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Oh.
You're getting
Oh.
ahead of yourself.
Mem-Tuhotep.
Okay.
Mr. P-off.
Very important
Yes.
difference in the name there.
Yeah.
And he is my comms specialist.
Okay.
And he is armed to the teeth with a Tesla carbine.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then just to the left of our central tower, we have a small barricade behind which the second immortal, also armed to the teeth
Mm-hmm.
with the very same Tesla carbine. And his name is Kuthu.
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 F-U.
Oh, okay.
Kuthu.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then in front of him, on the very enemy-most
Side.
side of my deployment zone, behind a piece of terrain that wasn't quite inside my deployment zone, we have 3 members of my kill team.
Mm-hmm.
The first one being that Mahat, the Necron warrior.
Long
with
lost
a
Necron
Gauss
brother
Flayer.
have got a hat on.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a spectacular reunion when they meet.
I hope they do meet.
It's going to be that Mahat.
No, hat. That's
Behind him is my... I've put frenzy specialist. That's not correct.
No.
That's not correct. He's a zealot specialist.
Okay.
And his name is Intef. And he is also a flayed 1.
Okay.
And behind him is my veteran specialist,
Mm-hmm.
a Hemotep.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Not to be confused with Mem-Tuhotep.
It's a different member of the Otep family.
Oteps, yeah. It's like the O'Douls.
The Oteps.
And he's just a normal flayed one. And then two more.
How many
members.
models have you got?
11.
That's more than I was
11.
hoping.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised by the amount he had.
It's quite good. It's quite good. In front of the central building, there's a statue. And behind that statue is another flayed one.
Mm-hmm.
Whose name I can't work out.
What do you mean?
Because I feel like I've already used all of the names I have.
Okay, so you've now got a spare name.
No, I just think I've called someone else the wrong name.
Oh.
But we'll continue.
We'll call it Tobotep.
His
His name's Tobotep.
Let's call him Nefrusobek.
Nefrusobek.
Okay.
As long as this guy isn't Nefrusobek. Oh, that is Nefrusobek. So, in that case,
Yeah,
here's the guy.
a little bit behind the scenes for everyone here.
Senwosaret.
Samosaret.
Senwosaret.
Semwosaret.
I thought you said samosaret.
Semosaret. So, just to back up a sec, that final flayed one is Semosaret.
That final flayed one is Senwosaret.
Senwo.
Senwo. Sret.
Sret. Okay. And that leaves us with...
Finally, an immortal perched on a very high piece of terrain on the far right side.
Mm-hmm.
And he is armed with a Gauss blaster. The bigger brother of the Gauss Flayer.
Yeah.
And his name is Nefrusobek.
Let's talk numbers.
Okay.
What does this big boy gun do?
24-inch range, rapid fire 1, strength 5, -2 AP, 1 damage.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't mean a thing to you when you're 4 up.
Yeah.
Watch out for the Teslas, though.
The Tesla's going to get you.
They can pop off.
On a 6, just becomes 3 hits.
Okay. Well, I don't really know much. I have one experience playing against Necrons in Kill Team, and that was against Andrew at a tournament, and
You bodied him.
he done me.
Oh, did he do you over?
Yeah, I got like completely mugged off by like one single Necron that just kept standing there,
keep rolling sixes?
getting loads of points. And like I was like trying to I fired like a plasma at him, I fired like a melter at him.
They don't really care.
Just wouldn't die, and because it wouldn't die, he just kept racking up secondaries like it was nothing. Yeah, so that's my only experience with Necrons. And as far as factions and armies and everything go in general, probably the one I know least about, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
I don't really know much about them. So.
They were like my favourite faction that I never played.
Okay.
And we've played obviously one game with me playing Necrons in Chill Team history.
Have we? Oh, yeah, we have, yeah.
And it was a learning experience.
Yeah.
I felt like I could have won it, but I just fucked it in the first 2 turns.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you do that again because you're coming up against the Harlequins. And I only have one building in my deployment zone. So I feel like you were being a little bit harsh.
I mean, it's very big.
By moaning that you had only 3. But it is a big building. And that's on the near side, kind of bottom left corner of my deployment zone. So we might as well start there. Where is your objective, by the way?
The objective it has to be in that central building.
In that central building, in the corner of the building as well. Well, my objective is on top of the building that I just mentioned, which will hopefully be quite difficult for you to reach.
Probably.
I think. But pretty easy for me to reach when you think about it.
I'm not even sure that I can get up there.
Why?
I think I have movement 5, and I think that's 6 inches high.
You can advance.
That is true.
It's 5 high.
Oh, that's fine. So I could go top to bottom.
You'd have to be standing.
I'd have to be up against it when I started.
And then when you finish, you'll be up against the edge as well. So, yeah.
Worth it.
Look forward to seeing that happen. So on top of that building, on the objective, we have the judge, armed with a Harlequin's Caress and a fusion pistol, and that is my scout specialist.
Oh,
Don't normally take a scout,
no.
but didn't see much use for a veteran in this case. So I went with a scout, which will let me re-roll advance rolls.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
I'll often likely be charging anyway, but for when I want to advance,
Yeah,
I get a little reroll. And then just in front of the judge, we have the Vanquisher, who is just a regular Harlequin player, again with a Caress and a fusion pistol. And completing the trio up there is the Restorer, armed with, where are we? Not a specialist again, armed with a Caress and a Shuriken pistol. You'll notice as I go through that I have eliminated all multi-damage weapons from my usual Harlequin list.
I don't know why you would.
To be fair, there's, I've spoken about it quite a lot. There's not much choice when you come to Harlequin weapons, but one of them is D3 damage. And it is one that I normally
would have
take.
preferred that.
It is one that I normally take a few of. Not today. Not at all.
He came prepared.
Yeah.
I've tangled of those before. They're quite nasty.
Yeah. So they're all on top of that building. They're also shielded by like a little... It's pretty open, the top level, but there is a slight bit of cover that they're behind. Although your boy on the top building over there can definitely see at least one of them, I think. Below that, inside that very building, we have the Eternal. All of these are returning members of the kill team as well. They've all been here before.
Watch out for these tricksters.
Yeah, the Eternal, armed with a Harlequin's Embrace and a Shuriken pistol. And just behind the Eternal is my leader, the Beholder.
I'll be holding him at ransom.
Armed with a Harlequin's Caress and a Shuriken pistol. Now, you mentioned that you've got building in the centre of your deployment zone.
I did.
I have a statue in the centre of mine.
You do.
Being that we are on CHILLIX 5, Imperial
Hub.
Yeah. There's plenty of Imperial statues and the like. If the orcs haven't already gotten to them. Right. And just behind that statue, I have a lone player in the form of the Cleanser, who is my Zealot specialist, armed with a Harlequin's Embrace and a Shuriken pistol. Nasty. And then you move over to the far end, where I get like a tiny bit of a little bit of a building in my deployment zone. And I got two players just walking into that building in the form of the Corruptor, who is my combat specialist with a Harlequin's Caress and a Shuriken pistol, and the Explorer. Is just a normal standard player with a Harlequin's Embrace and a Shuriken pistol. And that is my team. That's my lot. That's everyone.
Very nice.
Yeah. So, shall we do some initiative?
I think we probably should.
So the board's looking pretty nicely painted over here today.
I got a 2.
I got a 1 and a 4.
Okay, so you are going to get to go first.
Fantastic.
Move closer to me.
I was supposed to use my veteran move.
But you didn't, and now you know who's going first.
Yeah.
So that is a classic Toby hack that I'm going to deny. We'll cut away, we'll do the movement, and we'll come back and talk about it in a second. Necrons movement.
Yes. So, all of the Immortals and all of the Warriors readied.
Okay.
The normal flayed one in the form of Khufu, who is back in that Oh no, sorry, Yusakath.
Okay.
Back in that
Easy mistake to make.
easy mistake. They look the same.
Yeah.
They're brothers.
Yeah.
Back in the middle bit of terrain in my deployment zone, has just stayed where he was.
Mm-hmm.
My zealot specialist has advanced up the board from that front left position up to your main building where your objective is, and he's just hugging the wall there. And then the veteran specialist, who didn't veteran move because I'm an idiot, has also advanced but only moved 2 inches just to stay in cover.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah, short and sharp. 2d6, 3d6. Is that all you need?
3d6
Yeah,
charging.
is that it?
Yeah.
Is that all you need? I heard that's all you need.
I need to work out what ones I want to do though. All of them.
Yeah, that
actually.
makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
But I need to work out what order. So I
Okay.
will just take a sec. So I'm going to start on the top of my building, on the top of my house, with the Vanquisher, the furthest forward. And I am declaring 4 of your models all down this side of the board.
Yes.
Depending on what I roll, I'll decide then which one I want to be in on. So we have your Zealot, who's the most close to me. We have another flayed one a little bit behind him. And then who are the other 2?
The other 2, one is just a bog standard warrior, and the other is just a bog standard immortal.
Okay, well there you go.
Whose names I'll give you if you charge them.
Okay, I can only get in on one of them.
Yes.
Like I can't. There's no way.
I spaced them in such a way.
Yeah,
that
there's
you can
no way
only
of me
charge
being
one.
on all of them. So, but it's just to hedge my bets. So, none of them that can shoot can see. So, just going in for a 3d6 charge.
I mean, anything gets you into something. It's pretty good.
That is going to be an 11, 12, 13. So let's see who I can get in
I
on.
dare say the only one you won't be able to reach is the end one, I believe.
I believe so.
Got one way, it'll be fine.
I'm sure you've got some kind of a scarab comes up while you're in something, and then he
Goes up your trousers.
Goes up your trouser, your Harlequin trouser leg.
Funny enough, I do. But you have to be within 6 inches of me, which you are.
Okay. Let me do the rest of my charges first. Let me have my moment. So,
It's not this phase.
just behind him we have the Restorer. Well, we'll see how many people you have left in the next. Oh, you said phase, not round. Okay, never mind. I'll keep my trash talk for later.
Yeah, fight and talk.
Next, we have the Restorer, another regular old Harlequin player. Who
Is he the one doing the judo kick?
That'll be that one. Yes. Yeah.
I believe it's a she because it's got bosoms.
Whoa.
Don't assume.
We don't assume here, James.
Don't assume.
But yes, it does look like a
I
lady.
consider all my Harlequins genderless, to be honest. They just are. They all just are, and that is that. I feel like they'll be concerned with other stuff.
I suppose if they were concerned with their gender, they would fall to Slanesh, and then terrible things would happen, and there'd be Dark Elder. So.
Well, there we go.
Pros
And
and
they're
cons.
not Dark
Yeah.
Elder.
And they're not, so...
I'll keep my bigot thoughts to myself.
I'm going to charge the same 4 models.
Okay. I do nothing.
I should have. Did I mention which one I actually went in on the last model?
Oh, no. You went in on...
The successful charge on a 13 landed me on...
the Necron warrior,
the Warrior.
whose name escapes me.
Ustad Tek Untep. How close was I?
That is That Hat.
Oh, that hat.
That hat.
Wow. I'm about to snatch man's hat, let me tell you. So, yeah, same 4 people I'm trying to get in on here. Not as good. It's a 6.
That's probably going to get you in to my Zealot specialist. Surprise.
Yeah.
I was always here.
It will indeed get me on your Zealot. I'm not really looking forward to that one, but, you know, needs
fine.
must.
It's fine.
Needs must. That was the only one I could
He's
get
got a
in on.
stratagem I can use and get him XP. So let's make it happen.
Okay, so I'm going to leave Young, the judge, up on that objective for now.
Oh,
Although, actually, am I?
just abandon it. You don't need it.
I'm not going to. He's going to charge as well.
Good
the judge
man.
is going to charge as well.
Necron influence.
The judge is going to charge the same four people.
Shit.
Impressive.
Oh.
That is the same as before.
Another 13.
So you have your choice of 3.
I might as well land on the one that I have yet to land on.
Yep. So that is my veteran.
Which will be your veteran. So I'll just go there.
Totem tap or
Hello. Totem.
Toe tapping.
Sphinx.
token tap?
Toe tapping tic tac.
Token. He's token.
Which means I now have a player on each of those closest.
A hemotep. You were close.
Closest 3 taps, which is good. So what I'm going to do is the Eternal from inside the building is also going to make a charge.
Jesus Christ.
The same charge.
Okay, yes, that makes sense.
The same charge again. That one, but more. Again. I'm going to just do it again. Can he see him?
Unfortunately, the one that can see you is already based by a model.
Ah.
So, no.
It's almost as if it was planned. It wasn't.
It wasn't, it's just happening.
So I'm going to do that charge then. Same for targets.
Yep. But are you being lulled into a false sense of security?
No.
That's what we'll find out.
I don't think I am. This is my only thing I can do. So whether
This is my rule.
Whether I am or not, this is still what I'm going to do.
Oh, not bad. Cheeky 9.
A 6. Yeah, that is a 9. So let's see where I can get on a 9.
I would say either of the flayed ones by my eye, which has never failed me before.
I spy with my bead little eye. Someone's getting charged.
That's by my hacking eyes.
For rules purposes, I will face him away. So the Eternal is in on the flayed one that is not your Zealot Specialist.
It is my veteran specialist.
Good. And then I have my leader left alone in the old building.
And just what will he do?
He's just going to move up to the objective.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Keep it covered.
You thought I was going to leave the objective, didn't you?
Well, no.
Take me for a mug.
You're not James.
They got an 8-inch movement, so that'll get them
So it's not a problem.
nicely out of there.
Not a problem. I move 5. It's not a problem.
Yeah, so my leader's going to move up there. Then I have 3 more to play with.
Roll 6.
So my, I believe it's my Zealot.
Oh, yeah.
My Zealot, the Cleanser, is going to charge everyone in your little deployment building. And that, I guess that flayed one just outside it as well.
Yeah.
No one that I'm charging can see.
Unfortunately, no.
I'm specifically not charging the 2 people that can actually see the model.
Yep.
You're welcome.
That's fine.
Let's have a look what I get. 3d6. It's not great. It's a 7.
I don't think
that's going to get me on anyone.
It's not the number you wanted.
No.
Little reroll?
You know full well I want to keep my command points.
Oh, what for?
How do I get 2 1s on a 3d6? I'm just going to spend the CP and re-roll it.
Yeah.
Okay. Good man.
For Barrett. I got even worse. That was a 5. 2 2s and a 1.
Reese would be proud.
It's the roll of the dice.
So what happens when you spend your command points?
And my lessons yesterday, spend the command points, get nothing from it.
Yeah, that's what they're for. They're there to be spent.
First turn all paid off.
You can generate more.
That, no chance.
Oh, I'm going to have to stay still, I think. Gonna have to stay still.
Yeah.
So there's one that hasn't managed to do what I wanted to do. And then we'll go over to the last remaining 2 on the left-hand side. We will start with the Explorer, regular old player.
He's going to be exploring.
He's going for the 3 people that he can see that I... Not see. The 3 people that he's within range of that I tried to charge last time. So there's one person in the building that I can't reach, but the others are all... Oh, and the shooter at the back I can't reach either. But there's 3 of them that I can potentially reach, so I'm going to try and do that. That is a 13 again.
That's not bad.
Gets in on that flayed one hiding behind the statue.
He does.
And lastly, we have my combat specialist, who was standing next to... next to that player that just charged. And I think I'll go for the same people.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go for the same Z's. Yeah. So we know that I need a 13 at least.
Yes.
That's a 12. That's annoying.
That's not going to be quite enough because he was slightly further back.
Ooh.
Oh, that's very frustrating.
Just put him there.
No, I'd have to go to full 12. He's going to have to stay put as well. So my zealot and my combat specialist, both having to stay put. That's very annoying. But
we like that.
That is my movement phase. There's a lot of...
Hella charges.
I mean, it's very thematic.
A lot of charges going off there.
You're like rushing down.
Yeah.
The little radar blip went off and the little skeleton head in green popped up. And you were like, oh, fuck that shit. I'm coming.
Exactly.
We need to clean that shit up.
There is, before we finish the movement phase,
Yes.
there is something I potentially want to do.
Okay.
I just want to check something.
Reese would be screwing at the amount of time you've taken on your movement phase after we berated him for taking no time and charged him for his toilet break.
We did charge him for his toilet.
Made him rush
I've
his.
got loads of charges
Made
to
him
do.
rush his first turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend another CP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit annoyed that one of my guys got in on your zealot. My zealot got in on nobody.
Makes sense.
So I'm going to pay a CP to swap them.
Oh, like teleportation, some shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as they're within 8 inches of each other,
Mm-hmm.
I can swap them. And
Okay.
one of them will now be in combat with you, and the one moving into combat will count as having charged.
Nice.
The one moving out of combat will count as having fallen back.
Okay.
So I won't be able to shoot
Good.
or anything.
I like it.
So that's what I'm going to do. So my zealot is now going to end up on your zealot. So it's a
zealot
zealot
off.
v zealot.
One of those new fancy stratagems from the Harlequins.
Yeah, from the annual. That's the end of the movement phase, and I'm on 0 command points.
Oh.
Oh. Well, I'm about to be on 0 command points.
Okay. So going into the shooting phase.
Oh, the beginning of the shooting phase.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend 2 command points.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to do some fluff,
Okay.
and I'm going to do some mind shackle scarabin.
Okay. How does this work?
So I pick a enemy model within 6 inches
Mm-hmm.
of one of my Necrons.
Mm-hmm.
I then roll 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
I have to best their leadership.
Mm-hmm.
I then may shoot with that model as if it were my own.
Okay.
And that is all.
So what if that model's in combat?
Well, it would then become my model. And it would be within 1 inch of one of my models.
Okay. Cool.
Therefore, I could shoot.
Okay.
Well, that is my understanding of it.
But then if it was in combat, if it was standing next to one of my models,
Yeah, that would be the tricky part.
I'm not sure how it works.
But for purposes
it?
of that, I'm not going to shoot a model that's standing next to another model.
Yeah, I know,
So-
I get that, but it still affects how that
Yes.
rule would be taken. What's the exact wording? Let me get some exact words.
Some exacto.
You got a sheet there, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, it's right there. I got a big printout of all these on. Right. Use this tactic at the start of your shooting phase.
Hang on, sorry. Swivel your mic a little bit. There you go.
Use this tactic at the start of your shooting phase.
Mm-hmm.
Pick an enemy model within 6 inches of a model from your kill team and roll 2d6. If the result is higher than the enemy model's leadership characteristic, you can immediately make a shooting attack with one of its model's ranged weapons as if it were a model from your own kill team.
Okay. It's weird. It's a bit ambiguous, but let's go for it.
It basically becomes a model in my kill team.
Yeah. So what are you trying?
I am going to try and mind shackle scarabs. One of your fusion pistol toting boys.
Mm-hmm.
Probably this one, the Vanquisher.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I manage it, I'm going to shoot someone else.
So who are you going to shoot?
Well, I don't know yet.
Because you can't then shoot into one of mine that is in combat, right?
No. So I'm limited because I could choose this one
Mm-hmm.
and shoot that one through said window.
If they can see each other, yeah.
They can see, but I don't know what the range of the fusion pistol is.
12.
I don't even think it's 12.
Little pistol 6.
It could be pistol 6.
It is pistol 6.
Oh.
And
6
what about
inches.
the shuriken pistol?
That is 12.
Is 12. So the shuriken pistol is 12. So I could do the eternal
Mm-hmm.
into Ninja Kick Man.
Yes.
So that is also an option. Or I could just not do it.
I mean, you paid the 2 command points.
Well, you play.
I don't think I have.
The leadership is 8 as well.
Yeah. I
On
want to
all
do
of
it
them.
to be fluffy. But I also don't want to do it now because it seems like a terrible idea.
Seems quite pointless.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
I will, however,
you sounded
spend...
so confident about
I will
it.
spend 2 command points in this phase.
Okay.
I will not let the listeners down.
Okay.
So ignore that for now. We'll
Right.
come back to that.
Okay.
So instead, I'll shoot with the readied model.
Mm-hmm.
And I will choose my boy.
Big boy.
My
Up
big
the
boy
top.
up top.
One with a really cool name.
Number 9. Senwo Threat.
Send one.
Classic.
Plates are on the way. It will be a lot easier then. So he has a 24-inch range.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to shoot at your previously teleported boy.
Okay.
Because I don't think he can see your leader.
Um,
Can confirm. Cannot see leader.
probably not, yeah. What's the distance on this?
I have 24 inches.
Yeah, how far away am I?
I do not have the tape measure.
More than 12.
More than 12, less than 24. Sadly.
More than 12 confirmed. I would also say obscured, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Joe casts Obscuriosis.
I can actually see him. I can see all of him.
The entire thing.
Because of his jank pose, he's actually leaning out from the side of the building.
Okay.
So he can see him, but this one is not going to be able to. The bit that I could previously see is now gone.
Oh,
for
okay.
That man.
Because of the new
he's like-
pose. Yeah. So he's leaning out of.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yep, so I've got one shot.
Yes.
I normally hit on 3s, but I'm going to comms him up
Mm-hmm.
with my comms boy.
So it'll come back to freeze
So we come back to 3s.
for being long range.
For being them long ranges,
One shot.
one shot, hit on 3s. So
Mhm.
it's going to be 3s. It's a 2.
Perfect.
I'm gonna re-roll at the command point.
Okay.
I'm gonna use both this turn.
Okay.
It's a 1.
Perfect.
Now that makes
Love
me
it.
very sad.
Absolutely love that.
I'm pretty sure I've got a stratagem here.
We've only got 1 CP now.
Well, for 1 CP,
Yeah.
superior inheritance. If I shoot with a Gauss Flare or a Gauss Blaster, that model can immediately shoot again.
Okay. Go for it. Same target.
Same, it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Same dice?
Everything. No, I'm gonna swap out. It's a 2.
That is a 2.
It's a tragic day.
Perfect.
Have you got your other dice with you?
Love that.
I have, but they don't fit. They're Imperium dice, and they don't fit.
Doesn't fit. Yeah.
I don't think.
Love that. Can anyone else who you've got ready to see anyone?
No, everyone that could see something, that person's run away.
Okay. Okay.
So that was my one opportunity to do something, and it has not gone
You
well.
have not done something. I can't shoot with anyone,
Well, that's good.
so I can shoot. Well, technically, my leader could shoot if anyone was in range, but
6 inches.
12.
12 inches.
But no,
But no.
still.
Well, that's that.
That's the shooting.
That's the shooting phase.
That's one of the shortest shooting phases in round 1 kill team history, I think.
Well, you made like 6 charges.
You took longer to decide whether you were going to use that stratagem than you did to
actually
do
shoot.
the to do the phase. Onto the fight phase then.
You kept your word and you did use your 2 CP.
Yeah, you did use your 2 CP.
I did use my
to be
2
fair.
CP. I regret everything.
So fair play.
The Silent King remains silent.
Shall we go around to the fight phase then?
Yes.
Do you have anyone that charged?
I got charged.
You did.
A lot.
So all of my charged boys
You get
will
to
be
go
fighting.
first.
This is
Where would
exciting.
you like to start?
I'm going to start with my Zealot on your Zealot.
Okay. Bring the noise.
So let's have a little looky.
It should be a good one.
My Zealot has a Harlequins Embrace. Does count as charged. So those 4 attacks are going to go to 5, and then they are Frozen Stars, which is going to put it up to 6.
Seems legit.
That's how we do. That's how Harlequins
I will say,
roll stuff.
I'm very cold to the touch, and Embrace would not be recommended.
Oh, mate. Well, it's either that or you're getting a kiss. So
I've got no lips.
Exactly.
So
You've eaten them.
a kiss in a mirror.
So,
I'll keep that.
could have kept that 5, but didn't.
Reece yesterday, he threw a dice at me.
Oh,
and
it was so funny. He goes to roll a dice, and just drops it a little bit by accident. And he waited until it landed and rolled, and it landed on like a 1. He was like, I dropped that. I didn't even throw that. And then he rolled it again. And it was like, you could tell, like he blatantly waited to see what it landed on. And if it had been like a 5 or something, he definitely was just going to try and leave it. Anyway, 6 attacks. We are hitting on freeze with a Harlequin's Embrace. This is where I get a lot of 1s and 2s.
I don't mind.
I do it every time. Don't feel special.
I don't.
I do it every time.
No, this time.
Oh, not this time. They all hit. I'm going to be a bit more self-deprecating in the future, and then my dice
Reciprocate.
will repay me. So it is a strength +1 weapon, which takes me to 4.
I am toughness 4.
I'm a Zealot who charged.
+1 strength.
+1 strength puts me on 5, so I'm wounding on freeze.
Needing the 3s.
3 wounds out of the 6.
I only
That is
have
-3 AP.
I only have the 1 wound, you see.
Okay.
And I have a 4-up save.
Oh.
So you don't get to save it.
I do not.
So it's only 1 damage,
Oh, that's a shame.
obviously.
That is a shame.
So now on a 4 or 5?
Oh, no, on a 6 as well.
Yeah. On a 4 or 5.
A 6 would be better.
And I can't re-roll it. It's a 4.
It's a 4.
He is out of
Is he in
action.
cover?
That is the best any of this has ever gone for me.
That is true.
So, if I come off as gloating,
It's fine.
I don't care. That is the best
Cleanser is
that I've managed to do.
He's cleansed.
I'll consolidate because why not?
getting up that board.
Please choose your next charging model.
The cleanser has consolidated after cleansing to move closer to the other combat that is ensuing currently.
With the veteran.
Yeah. I will go with the judge, the scout that abandoned the objective
Bastard.
through trusting the leader. Again with a caress here. It's only 5 attacks this time.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Because it's 4 base and then Frozen Stars will get me to 5.
I do feel sorry for him.
This will be on 4s. Same weapon again. And this is on your other flayed one.
Yep, the veteran.
Did I say it was on 4s? It was on 3s.
Well,
but,
even if it was on
even
4s.
if it was on 4s, they would have all hit. So I'm like the opposite Barrett. I tell myself that I need to do more. I don't take one away. Like classic.
Classic, man.
Invite him round to get in on this just to like take the piss out of him non-stop.
He's actually crying.
I just chain him to the table. He's not allowed to leave until he's done X amount of hours of the podcast. Yeah.
It's not even him talking. That's just us dubbing it in afterwards.
Honestly, it takes so long to edit the crying out. It's ridiculous. So, 5 hits.
Yes.
We are going just strength 4 this time.
So just 4s then.
Hang on a sec.
Oh, you're going to make up a rule?
No, I'm not making up a rule.
Pulling something out of my playbook.
Hang on. That last one was actually an embrace, not a caress. However,
Fixed. Right, that's it.
yeah, no, I still played it as an embrace,
Oh, that's fine.
but I called it a caress.
I honestly,
you
couldn't
did
tell.
call it an embrace. You called this one a caress.
Oh, I thought I called the previous one.
No, I made a joke
No,
about
no.
you hugging metal.
Yeah, you said if you embrace
It wasn't a good joke.
I'll forget about it then.
That's
yeah,
why I
I'm
remember.
fine.
Edit this
one,
out.
yeah, I'll edit this bit out. I'll sound fine. This is a caress, which is a little bit different.
Okay.
A little bit different.
It's more of a stroke than a grab.
Yeah, but it's stronger somehow.
Oh, okay.
So the caress is going
Like
to give me
cheese touch.
+2 to my strength,
Oh.
which will take the strength to
Oh.
5.
Okay.
So we are wounded on freeze once again.
Freeze once again.
And 4 of them wound at -2.
Better. I get a roll this time.
Do you get a save?
I get a 6 up.
Okay, so you have to make 4 of them.
That's not a problem.
Easy. Oh,
That's
Well,
you had me worried
there
then, so I
is
can only see 2 of them.
And a Flavour Town 6.
That does not count.
Well,
So it's just the 1 damage once again.
it's just the 1 damage.
So simply a 4 or a 5 would be nice.
Or a 6.
A 6 I do not want. It's a 2, so a flesh wound.
A fleshy.
Yeah. Not too bad.
We take those.
So now, luckily,
Luckily, you've double manned this man.
yeah, there's another guy on him.
2's up.
And that
The
will be the Eternal, I believe. Once again with an embrace. We're going back to the embrace, which I correctly stated earlier.
Okay.
so no saves on this if he comes in.
No saves on this one if it comes in. So we're going for 5 attacks once again. Not a specialist or anything. On freeze. 4 of them hit.
Can confirm.
However, we'll be wounded on 4s now.
So it will be 4s, yeah.
Because it's only +1 strength, and this is not a zealot. So,
And you're a space elf.
Yeah. 2 of them will wound though at -3 AP.
I get nothing against that.
Okay, so now I want a 3, a 4, or a 5.
Or 6.
That is a 4.
Not a 6.
He is out of action. I will take that very, very well.
Not a 6.
And I will once again consolidate.
I'm disappointed in your lack of 6s.
Unfortunately, his friend is blocking him from fully being able to consolidate into your other boy. So he's just shunting up a tiny little bit to join his friend who he was in combat, who he was double teaming the flayed one with, just to shunt up the ball a tiny little
Very
bit.
Dark Elder thing to do.
Yeah, like an inch. They've just sort of huddled around together. Who else have I got?
You got the Vanquisher.
The Vanquisher.
I have the Vanquisher on your warrior.
Hat.
Some hat.
A potential. Sometimes you just say a name, you guys, and I'm like, that's going to be a fan favourite. And I have the potential to put an end to that before.
I mean, it would be much easier if I knew what their names were.
I mean, if you took out Balzac, you killed him on his first outing.
I could become like quite
A slayer.
a villain of the like. I get rid of everyone's favourite characters, which would be nice.
Yeah.
You
might even get banned.
Yeah.
You can
I just
introduce
get-
Only host.
You can narrate, but you can't play.
Yeah, I just get demoted to sound engineer. What is he doing with his hand? Okay.
For anyone on the podcast that can't see what I'm doing, I'm gesturing my hand in such a way that one could put a Coke can on top of it.
Coke.
That'll be a caress.
A caress.
Yeah. If the hand is open. Is the hand open?
The hand is open.
Yeah, that's a caress.
He has some
For
sort
sure,
of Fitbit
For
on
sure,
his
that's
wrist.
a caress. So we are going with. He's just a normal guy once again. He's just a classic Harlequin player with 5 attacks on freeze. 3 of them hit.
Looking good.
That is going to be strength 5,
Not a problem.
toughness
4.
4. So that will be freeze to wound. Only 1 goes through, and it is -2, so you could save that.
I don't.
No, you do not. So just the one. Is it one wound?
It is 1 wound.
Yep. So I need a 4 or a 5.
If only your hand was slightly further around that corner. If only. It could be a 6. It's not.
It's not. It's a 4.
There's a lot of 4s going on.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, I need 4s when I'm doing my saves eventually.
You've been rolling well
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah. We'll see how long that lasts. It doesn't normally last too long. Annoyingly, the consolidation does not get me within an inch of... Is that a warrior?
Yes.
Who's poking through your central building there. But it does get me pretty close. I'm looking at you through the window. I'm pretty much... I'm going to caress the tip of your gun.
Yeah.
I'm going to caress your tip.
Just the tip.
I will caress that tip. Okay? If we carry on. If this keeps going. And then I have a combat over on the other side there. That is the explorer. Who is
Coming
also...
in at Khufu.
wielding a is that Khufu?
That is Khufu.
The explorer, not a specialist once again, but
Looks like an embrace to me.
comes through with an embrace indeed, and it's going to get those 5 attacks.
It's a strong amount of attacks.
It is.
I do like it.
It is. Well, it's 4 base, and then
A
get
cheeky
the
one.
extra. Get the extra.
Cheeky one.
So on freeze once again. They all hit.
They all hit.
I am rolling a madness this evening. Toughness 4. It's going to put me on strength 4. So 4s to wound.
4s to wound.
3 wounds at -3 AP.
I don't save any of them,
No.
despite rolling.
1 dice in my injury roll. 1 damage. That's a 5.
Oh, I'm just going to look at this terrain. Even I could not swing that.
I don't think so.
I'd like to attempt it, but I could not.
I think the 5 would still put him out of action.
Well, it'd be +1. It would still be 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Cleaning up.
So, I think he will consolidate also.
I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but I think so far this is the best that the Harlequins have performed on this show.
I think so. I think so. I don't know how close your base is to that other side of the wall, so you'll have to tell me whether I'm in combat with you or not with that consolidation.
If you can get to there, then you're in.
Yeah, it was 2 inches
Yeah.
to the corner, and then an inch round for the rest of the base. Which will put him in combat with that warrior peeking through the window there. I told you I was going to caress that tip.
Get a little fight back.
I will get to hit him.
You do get to hit him now. Yeah.
Live the dream.
Will be -1 to hit, though,
It will.
for fighing through a ruin.
I have one axe on the end of the... That's not for show.
Ugh.
It's not for show.
Ugh.
It is for show.
Okay. You get to poke him back then with your gun.
With my singular attack,
Mm-hmm.
Semiket, fresh off his night at the dub scene, he's coming in.
What's he hitting on?
His weapon skill 3.
Ooh.
That's not bad, actually.
It's all right.
So it's going to be 4s.
Yeah. I'm not unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. 1 dice to rule them all. It's a
That's
5.
a 5.
It's happening. It's
Okay.
turning. Things are turning around.
Okay.
I'm strength 4.
Toughness 3.
It's only a 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 4.
That is a 4. Is there any AP? Doesn't matter.
It's not.
It's a 4
It's
up.
just heavy.
It's a 4 up save.
Heavy and metal.
Is it 1 damage?
It's going to be 1 damage.
You could put me out of action here.
Well,
That'd be it.
I would take that.
That's a 6. I saved it.
He
So
doesn't roll the 6s for me.
So-
only for himself.
glad to get a 6 out the way on the save there.
Yeah,
That's the fight phase, I think.
Shit.
it is.
Oh, damn.
Beastie.
I'm 4 mans down.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
I don't see it getting any better.
I'm looking forward to it. You
Just
can't,
an
you can't concede until the end of term 3, by the way.
I know. I'm fully aware.
Reece tried this.
Yeah, Reece already Reece tried.
I dare say that Harlequins on a congested board are
Is
very good.
Is very good, yeah. Yeah. even with your boy up on the.
It's still only one guy I can.
To be fair, yeah, you could have potentially got rid of someone. Without me doing the switcheroo, you could have potentially got rid of him twice.
Yeah.
But I did the switcheroo, which luckily I didn't need any rerolls after that, which is normally what I waste my command points on.
Yeah, on the rerolls.
Yeah. I'm kind of aiming to not do that now. Because the stratagems and tactics are so powerful sometimes when they're used properly that I'm telling myself that I can't reroll anything.
What are you doing?
Yeah, even though I rerolled a charge.
Yeah, other than just the standard like stratagems, like the decisives.
Yeah.
They're all so good.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just like
so just to morale then.
Yep. I have no flesh wounds.
You have no flesh wounds. How many do you have out of action?
You took no damage. I have 4 out of action out of 10.
So that's going to give me 4 victory points.
Ooh.
We'll sort the point. Yeah, we'll sort the points out in a second. Actually, so you don't have to check anything.
Nope.
Neither do I. And I'm going to get 4 victory points for taking 4 of you guys out of action.
Yes.
Plus 1 for holding an objective.
And you are contesting mine.
And I'm now contesting your objective.
Well, I have 3 people within... Is it 2 inches or 3 inches?
If it's within 2 inches of the centre of the thing, I don't know if my second guy would be within 2 of the centre.
I think it's just out, so it's just normally contested.
Okay, so we've both got one person. So that one's contested, so that stops you getting a point.
Yeah, I get nothing.
It's 5-0 round 1.
It's 5-0, and I'm basically fucked.
I have a habit of...
Does unplugging the recording equipment count as a conceit?
I do have a habit of fucking this up.
We'll see.
To be fair.
I just don't... I need to shoot before you charge, and unfortunately in this game you charge before you get to shoot. So.
This could be a classic Joe. Turn 1 all over it and then...
And then just fuck it.
Yeah.
The thing is when I start to foul charges, that's when it...
That would be better.
That's when it's tough.
But you have 3 people very close.
Yeah.
So
normally I foul quite a lot of those initial charges. That's the difference. Should we do some initiative?
We can.
I get a 3.
I get 4.
Fucking hell. So we'll cut away, we'll do the movement, we'll come back and talk about it in a second. Explain the rest of what you've done before we do the charge so far.
So far, our boy up in the crow's nest is readied up. He's going to have another go. 2 attempts was not enough.
Okay.
His friend, the comms expert, just below him, is also readied up. And then the final bastion of combat prowess in my final flayed one. He's going to take up the charge.
I'm glad I got rid of most of them, to be fair.
They're okay.
Could have been hit.
Aren't they like re-rolling all failed hits or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no AP. They're not that strong.
AP doesn't matter against
They get like
me.
2 attacks. So
Yeah.
I mean, they're not Harlequins.
Yeah.
I'm not coming at you like 5 dice.
Yeah.
But compared to a Necron warrior, they're the shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's going to come in and he's going to charge these boys.
Both of them.
I don't see why not.
Okay, so
Explorer and the Vanquisher.
He is here.
So one of them is going to be able to shoot.
If he so wishes.
The one that isn't in combat.
The Vanquisher.
The Vanquisher is going to be able to shoot.
Fusion pistol.
With a fusion pistol. So I will Overwatch.
As expected.
And hopefully this can be one of my only 6s of the day. That would be
I'd prefer
nice.
it if it wasn't.
It would be nice though.
Can I make you re-roll it with command points?
Pistol 1 shot on a 6.
Does it sum up the night?
It's a 5. That is a 5. It's D6 damage though, so you would have had some luck.
I don't know. I think you would have rolled 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5.
So no luck there.
Well, let's see if we can actually get in. I need roughly a 5.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I get a 10.
You're in.
Yeah. So he's going to do a somersault over this.
On both the boys.
Thematically.
I mean, you are just going through the window, but...
I am, yeah, but... You know.
So you're in combat?
I am.
with my guy?
I am.
Cool.
My leader's moving up onto the objective.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel it would be prudent if I fell out of combat. Like a teenage boy and his girlfriend.
Okay.
We're going to fall out.
So you're just walking backwards.
He's going to walk out backwards.
Okay.
And then I have one more body to move.
So my 2 guys do still remain in combat with the one that you charged with?
Yes.
Cool.
Uh,
And who might that be?
well,
His base says 7.
his base says number 7, which roughly correlates to Senwoseret.
Okay. Sevon Surette.
Sevon Seret.
See.
What's he done then?
He's moved away in a direction unbecoming.
Yes, he was.
He was 7 inches away.
He was one of the targets of the original those
Charge, yeah.
flurries of a charge.
I've moved as far as I needed to move in order to make it so I was just more than 13 inches away from you,
Okay.
which is roughly what you've rolled most of the time.
Yeah.
So with any luck, that'll happen.
Okay. And you would be able to overwatch me
I would.
if I charged with these
He
2
can
guys
see.
anyway. Is that your movement?
That is all of my boys.
Okay. My movement then.
Who are you charging first?
Who do you have? So you have this guy.
Oh, this guy?
Mm-hmm.
I've got 2 people in the building.
Mm-hmm.
1 person in the tiny building.
Mm-hmm.
1 person on the building. And
Okay.
1 person at the back of the board.
Okay.
I sent some charges.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the boys in there.
Where the hood at?
I'll start with the judge.
The judge.
One of the players that you were running away from.
Mm-hmm.
The judge is going to charge the flayed one just outside of that central building of yours. And
Leader.
he may take some Overwatch if he charges one of those, though.
Well,
On a 6.
Worth a pop.
Yeah. So I want to. No, what I'll do is I'll charge that one, and the one in there that fell back. Not the leader.
Ooh.
Nuh-uh.
So you cannot fire Overwatch if you fall back, people.
Yeah. So, I'll roll my 3d6. And I get a 10. So it'll get me on the flayed one at least, but
Yeah.
let's have a look.
I could have, however, retreated.
You couldn't because you already moved.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you fell back.
I tried that one.
Tried that one yesterday, yeah.
Wouldn't let me
So
have it.
he gets all the way in on that warrior that
Boy
fell
knows
back.
the rules.
Um,
He is
I've
the
read
judge.
the book. I've read the book. So I've watched Andrew's videos.
Andrew who?
Mr. Glasshalf dead himself, of course. Soon to be returning to Chill Team. Apparently.
Rumours.
Yeah, apparently.
Hearsay.
That's what I've heard anyway.
Hearsay.
I've heard that anyway. So that is one charge. We have who was next to him, the Eternal left.
I've just moved him over slightly to not be within an inch of the other guy.
Yeah, perfect. As long as he's still on that, contributing to that objective.
Would you like me to check?
Yes.
Can confirm.
A nod of approval. So, who did I say that was? The Eternal.
Yes.
I think I'm going to get cocky.
All right.
I'm going to go for the one that can fire Overwatch.
Which one?
The leader.
The leader, and then the other 2 as well. So the leader, the guy next to him, and the flayed one out the front.
Shit.
So feel
All
free
right.
to fire Overwatch with the leader.
Half range.
It doesn't make much
Rapid
difference.
fire. 2 shots.
Oh, okay. That does make difference.
Haha.
2 shots on 6s.
It's a 4 and a 5.
Lovely.
It's unfortunate.
Lovely. 3d6 for the charge.
Dribble 1. You need at least a 10.
Well, an 8 that I just got will
Oh, you'll
probably
get
get me
into
on,
the
will
flayed
get me
one.
on the flayed one, which I will take. So he'll just go straight into the flayed one. You can tuck him round a little bit, I think. There we go. So he's up against the wall there.
For objective purposes.
Mm-hmm. So I've got three boys in on your flayed one now.
If only I had some sort of stratagem. Nothing.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I've only had a stratagem that cost 1 point, but I had to roll 6s in order for it to be decent.
Well, I'm gonna put another guy in on him now.
Oh, shit.
Please do.
So that could make it fun for you. I have
Cleansing.
the cleanser. Can the cleanser be seen by your boys over the back?
He can see his fancy cape.
Okay. Let's see if I'm in on that guy or not. Can I get? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the cleanser,
Max range,
the
but
cleanser
yes.
is going to target the flayed one,
Yep.
the two guys in the building, your leader and the other warrior,
Yep.
and is that an immortal?
It is.
The immortal
Comsy.
over the back, who cannot see, cannot fire. Overwatch.
Comms boy.
The comms specialist. 1 dice off of nearly getting him right over the back.
Close.
I'm going to get a 12.
That's a fair few of the 4 models that he's decided to charge. I think I might have actually been able to Overwatch with the leader there.
I mean, you waited until I moved the model to say that.
I mean, you're still welcome to move it.
Well, I'm in on it. I'm in on him, am I?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Do you want to roll for it?
I do require a 6.
Yeah, but I mean, roll
you-
to see if you
if
get
you
to
are-
try, because you've.
That's up to you.
There's rolls on a 4 up.
Because I would get to try it if you elected him as a charging target. I would get a reaction, wouldn't I?
Yeah, but I did elect him as a charging target, and
I
you
just
didn't.
I didn't check.
Yeah. And then I moved the model, and you went, "Oh, I think you can actually." So it's like,
But does it matter?
Hacks on.
on a 4 up, you can try and
Because
fire Overwatch.
you'd still get into the other guy. So even if,
If I didn't die.
yeah. But if you're dead, he's removed anyway, so it doesn't make a difference.
On a 4 up, you can try and fire Overwatch on me.
I don't see why I can't.
Because I moved the model,
Yeah, but it's not
and then
gonna
we
stop
couldn't
you.
check.
Even if I hit you and
Yeah,
don't
but
wound you.
then we couldn't check to see if you actually could.
I did say it before you moved it, but
You
then you
didn't.
moved it.
You didn't.
I said, I think he can see him.
Just roll. It's a fucking 6.
See, that
Right.
would have been a hit.
I meant that to be a hit.
Oh, that's fine then.
Yeah. So go ahead.
It's a 1.
There you
Doesn't
go.
wound.
Doesn't wound. I'm in.
Unless I re-roll
And
it.
now I'm gonna fucking do him first.
Are
right.
you meant to be in combat with both of those? Or do you want to be out of that one? Or do I just take it from where you put it? It's up to you.
I don't really. I wasn't intending to be on both of them, but if I can fit on both of them, then yeah. Sure.
Because it just means that I can attack him.
Yeah, you can. Feel free.
Yeah. I just don't want to rebuke your comment of destroying that man.
No.
And then I put all of his attacks.
Yeah. Well, you can try.
I mean, he's got 4 mans on him. It's
You can
not looking
try.
Good.
You can try. What else we got?
Any more?
I'm going to leave my guy on my objective.
Mm-hmm.
I have a regular old boy back here
And a combat specialist.
and a combat specialist. My regular guy, that's like in the center of my deployment zone, is going to charge your leader, the warrior next to him,
Yep.
and the flayed one that's outside as well.
Okay.
So all 3 of those. And we will see.
There is no Overwatch.
No Overwatch. He's dead straight behind
They
the statue.
all retreat.
Ooh, mama.
11,
Not bad.
12, 13, 14. Should get me in.
This poor flayed one.
He's already dead.
And that will get you any of the things you want. Have you heard of the 1-point stratagem called Stasis Bomb?
No.
Well, I've just come up with it. And basically, the more people there are, the lower the roll.
So, so he is now in on
Yes.
the two warriors, your leader and the other one. I have a combat specialist left.
I mean, go for it.
You can see him though, can't he?
Yeah, but I only get one shot.
He's on 6s, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
All right, I'll
give it a go. So my combat specialist is going to attempt to charge both the flayed one and your boy up on the top there, who will be able to overwatch if you'd like.
One shot hitting on 6s. It's a 5.
That's a 5. That is not a 6.
So
It's
the tilt.
not a 6.
A 6 isn't going to get me anywhere.
It could move you forward.
CP, surely. Get your combat specialist in on something. What else are you going to use it on? A reroll.
Wow.
Ooh.
No, yeah, we'll reroll that, I think. A little bit better. An
11.
An 11.
That'll get you somewhere.
The 11 is going to fail, but I'm going to move directly towards one of the targets in the flayed one. Puts me a little bit out in the open, but I was visible anyway.
This is
So
true.
I might as well get up the board and be visible. And that is that. That is the end of my movement phase. Is that the end of your movement phase?
Yeah, I think so.
In which case, I'm going to pay a CP. I'm going to swap to peoples.
Please do. You're going to put your combat boy in.
You're darn tootin'. I'm going to put the combat boy
and who
in.
is coming out? It's still good.
I'm going to bring the explorer out of combat.
He's exploring.
With your flayed one. And I'm going to put my combat specialist in.
Very nice.
There we go. And that is that. And that put me down to 0 CPs. Thanks to the reroll and that stratagem.
We like
Can't remember
that.
what it's called. It's called like trickery and something.
Something wizards, space elf magic, voodoo.
Trickery and deception.
Bastards.
So, of course, once again, my combat specialist is now considered to have charged. Just for purposes of later on. Shooting phase.
I've got some boys
Yeah?
this time.
You got a person you can shoot.
I've got a person that can be seen by 2 persons.
Let's see what happens. This is why I wanted to... This is the person... This is the explorer now that is visible. I wanted to get my combat specialist out of that situation.
Yeah, he didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
So I guess we're going to comms up. We're not taking any chances.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to comms up Nefrusabek.
Okay.
Up there on that building.
Yeah.
You're within 12.
Yeah.
So I get 2 shots. From the tip, you be not obscured.
Okay. If it's only from the tip, I believe that does make me obscured.
Then you would be obscured.
Because if it's not from the main point of your body,
Which is fine.
or model, then it still counts as obscured. That is a bit of wording on the obscurity rule that a lot of people
Do not get.
missed,
Yeah.
and we missed until fairly recently, actually. So
But it makes sense because then if I'm obscured to you,
then yeah,
it must be both ways.
yeah, it makes sense.
You can't just point your gun around the corner and be like, oh, I can see all
You're
of
out in
you.
the open.
Yeah, haha,
Yeah,
dick.
basically.
I am, once again, going to spend both of my command points in this phase.
Okay,
Spoilers.
you gonna do your little shooty thing?
No, it's different.
Okay.
I'm using the full range.
Okay.
So we're going to start with targeting routines. It's a Necron tactic,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. Use this tactic when you choose a model in your kill team to shoot in the shooting phase.
Mm-hmm.
Add 1 to hit rolls for models which are firing at obscured targets.
Okay.
Standard.
Mm-hmm.
Back to hitting on 2s
Yeah.
is
Perfect.
the long and short of this.
Perfect.
We get a 6 and a 2.
That's 2 hits.
It's paying off.
Mm-hmm.
We're there.
Mm-hmm.
We're strength 5.
Toughness 3.
Right. We need 3s.
Mm.
It's a 4 and a 5.
I'm glad I moved my combat specialist out of this.
I'm not. So that is going to be 2 wounds AP -2 that you don't care about, and 1 damage each.
2 4-up saves. I make one of them, but I take one of them
Fantastic.
with a 3. Not
You
good
are
enough.
obscured.
I am. Am I within an inch of the thing that's obscuring me, though?
I think you are. You're within an inch of this
Oh, yeah.
giant statue.
Yes.
It's a 2 anyway.
So that is a flesh wound on the Explorer.
Yes, it is.
Didn't fancy a reroll?
No, I want to save the reroll for the next gun.
Well, there is another gun pointing at him, yeah.
And this gun, I hope, is more likely to do the business than the other gun. So next up, we have the comms expert himself. Mem Tuhotep. He's busting his assault too.
The old Oteps.
He's hitting on 4s because you're going to be heavily obscured.
Mm-hmm.
He's within half range.
Mm-hmm.
We like that. So he's going to be hitting on 4s. 6s are good things. We get a 6.
I was going to say, no, I think that was yours, but that's a 6 or something.
I will take both. A 6 becomes 3 hits. We like that.
No.
And
No good.
do I reroll the 2 in the hopes that I get 6?
What was he hitting on?
4s.
That's not bad still. Yeah.
That's not terrible.
Go for it.
James is here. I'm gonna
You have
do it.
to.
So
You said you were going to spend them both in this.
I have now
Do it.
spent both of them.
Okay.
It's a 1.
Nah,
It's like a reverse.
I would have saved it for the
Of course you would.
the other one.
Do it. I would have saved it.
So we are strength 5.
Yes.
It is 2 wounds.
Okay, 2 4-ups.
No AP.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter to you.
I make one and take one once again. That 5 is going to put me out of action.
The comms guy does the business.
And the Explorer is slain.
Is vanquished.
Mm-hmm.
He explores no more.
Mm-hmm. There's no more shooting.
That is all of the shooting that I can see.
Now down to the business.
Now down to the business.
Business.
Mm-hmm.
So I have initiative.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a charging model.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go there.
Yes. He has
Come on, Usakaf.
4 potential targets thanks to being charged to later on.
So I get 3 attacks.
Okay.
Now,
Said 2 earlier.
I did, but I lied.
She was trying to make him sound.
Yeah, I was
like
trying to, bring it down.
Yeah.
But
Trickery.
So the zealot would have had 4.
Yeah, it would have been better.
Had he charged, and had I not,
Destroyed him.
Bested him.
Now, I'm feeling it. I might split these.
Oh,
One
a pop.
Oh, yeah, I'm in a bad place.
I can see it in your eyes.
I get to reroll wounds.
I can see it in your eyes. Oh, is
So-
it all wounds?
Yeah, there's a Necron trait that you can take that makes you reroll hits as well.
Oh, and then
So
they
you hit
re-roll the
sand
wounds. Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm thinking of them being really powerful.
Yeah, you can make them.
So what is your trait that you're having?
When I advance, I get to go through walls and shit and
Oh,
reroll
that one.
and reroll the advances.
Yeah.
And then he
Doesn't really help against Harlequins who just appear in front of you. But it's more fun.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the other one just makes you take 10. You basically just want to take 10 flayed ones.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, 100 points. But
Well. Yeah. Okay.
it's not really what you want.
So we going
We're going to go one apiece.
one apiece on
This
who?
has historically always worked out.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to hit the 3 boys outside.
Okay. In which order?
We're going to go from my left to right.
Say that name.
Say their names. So we're going to hit the Eternal first.
Okay.
I need a 3.
Okay.
It's a 5.
That's a hit.
I am Strength 4.
Toughness 3.
I get to reroll wounds because
You
that was
do,
a 1.
and that 1 is going to be re-rolled for
Into
a 1.
a second 1.
For a 1.
Also,
When
very
you were about to
consistent.
say second, I thought you were going to say 6, and I was like, I can definitely read those ones.
It's like, these are the wrong dice.
Yeah.
Shit. So next up, having failed that, we're going to
Vanquisher.
go for the Vanquisher.
Okay.
It's a 6.
Ooh, that's
We
a
hit.
That's a hit. Anything tasty on the 6 with these ones?
Sadly not.
Okay.
To wound, it's another 1.
That is a 1.
But we do re-roll.
You re-roll the ones.
It's a 4. That is
For another
We
1.
have
What you meant to say when you said 4 just then
It's
was
4 ones.
For another 1.
4 singular dots.
It is technically 4 ones.
It
on
is
my-
4
on my
ones.
roll. That's a 4.
That is a 4. You have a save.
4 up save to make. That's a 6.
That's a 6. This
It's,
is not
in
going
a way, it's 6 ones.
that well.
That is true.
Although, to be fair, normally when this happens, you miss all of them. He's hit all of them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not that bad.
Now it's our combat specialist.
The Corruptor.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can corrupt him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 5. It's a hit. Solid hitting right now. Did not need to
I'd rather
take...
you just didn't hit.
I like it. Because now it's more likely to happen.
What you got?
We wound on a 4.
Oof.
It's a 4 up.
That is a 3.
It's a 3.
This is the one that I did not want
This is the
to
man
die.
who was in a bad place,
Not got a CP
teleported
left.
to safety.
I don't believe I do have a CP left.
He does not. But
No.
that's not to say that I won't fuck this roll up.
Let's hope so.
It's
Oh.
6.
The Corruptor is out of action. Stopped in his tracks.
If only he hadn't teleported into the way of a fist.
Who'd have thought that it would have been safer outside? Well, it kind of wasn't, but
No.
yeah, still. There was no saving him, unfortunately.
Well, that proves if you're ever in need, split all of your attacks into 1 dice
Yeah,
and you will get something.
yeah, maybe.
I have no more
I do.
charging models.
I have some charges.
Back to death.
You do.
Let's start with. Doesn't really matter what order I go in,
Not
does it? We're
really.
just going to be doing all of my ones. So, we'll start with the Eternal on the outside. We'll stay where
Having
we're at.
avoided near death.
Yeah. So it's going to be the 5 attacks again. On freeze.
Oh no.
Oh, there was 3. There's a Flavor Town 3 and 2 freeze.
Very nice.
It's happening.
I told you.
The change. He just needed to suffer a loss.
Where are we? He has the Embrace, which is going to be wounding on 4s. One wound at -3 AP.
That's no save.
That is no save.
Oh!
I get a 6 on my injury roll.
So I actually gain health.
Okay.
It would kill me, but I am returned.
It
to
takes
1
you out of
wound.
action.
Yeah.
So we'll just leave it there. Takes you out of action. That's that.
Returned with 1 win.
Okay. So you don't take anything, basically.
No.
Is the long and short of it.
You put it in, you pull
Yeah.
it out, I
Lovely.
smile back.
The
Vanquisher.
Vanquisher next.
He who also avoided death.
Actually, the Vanquisher didn't charge. So I'll have to
No.
come back to that at the end.
That's true.
So we will go inside now.
Here we are.
I do have one more charged guy who was who we deemed in combat
Yes.
with your flayed one, but they're fighting for a ruin,
The cleanser.
the cleanser. But so it will be -1 to hit. But that is my zealot. So,
Ready to cleanse.
we are going for 4 attacks as standard, +1, and
For
then
zealot.
+1 again. +1 for Frozen Stars,
For
+1 for
Frozen
Zealot.
Stars.
Because he successfully charged. So on 4s this time.
Yes.
Do I want to put them all in? I got another guy on your leader, haven't I?
You've got another guy on both of the other guys, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's enough.
You've got the Vanquisher will get a stab at the flayed one as well.
The flayed one as well, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split those attacks. I'm going to do 3 on the flayed one and 3 on the leader.
Okay.
So we'll do the 3 on the flayed one first. On 4s. 1 hits.
Indeed.
It's going to be strength 5 because it's being a zealot. Freeze to wound. That is a 3 at -3.
You'll save.
No save. Do not get a 6. I do not want a 6 again. There's a 2, so still not great, but
anything but a 5 would have been a flesh wound.
Yeah.
You could only have taken me out on a 5.
Yeah. But a 2 will do. It's not 6, so I'm happy. Then the 3 attacks that are going into your leader.
Yep.
On freeze this time. 2 hits. And that will be strength 5 once again.
Yep. On toughness 4.
Freeze to wound. 1 wound once again -3.
No save.
And then I want a 4 or a 5.
Ideally.
To put you out of action. There's a 2. So a flesh wound.
Fleshies all round.
So we dealt 2 flesh wounds out, which isn't bad.
But do you risk hitting them again? On the off chance you get a 6.
To get rid of the flesh wound. Well, we'll see. So who's my furthest one there?
The judge.
So now we'll go for the judge, who is in on that warrior.
Handing out justice.
In the building. So it's going to be 5 attacks.
I believe you mean Woseret.
That's the one. Yeah. What was it?
Is it Woseret? It's not Woseret.
No, I was going to say, I felt like that was somewhere else.
I think that is Nefrusabek. No, Nefrusabek's up there.
No, that's Nefrusabek up at the top.
What the fuck is his name?
About to die, probably. That's what his name is.
It's either
Should we see
Neferifi.
if I don't kill him, then look up his name.
Okay.
Yeah? Is that good?
That's fine.
So, on freeze.
On
5
freeze.
attacks. Who did I say that was again? The judge.
Yeah.
Judge.
It is indeed. They all hit.
Tasty.
It's going to be with his caress. It's going to be strength 5.
Yep, so 3s.
Freeze to wound. 3 wounds at -2.
So here comes the 6-up saves. 1 save and 2 fails.
Okay, so 4 or a 5 on the injury roll will put you out of action. It's a 2 again. That's 3 2s in a row.
But you are handing out mortal wounds like it's going out of fashion.
Flesh wounds.
Flesh wounds.
Not quite mortal wounds, unfortunately.
They would be preferable.
So I have one guy left that's charged.
Yep.
But there is a chance here that I end up rolling a 6 on the injury roll and getting rid of.
But there's also a
thing.
chance that you just get rid of a guy.
That I get to take
There's
him out
more
of action.
chance
You
of you
need a
getting rid of the
3.
guy
Yeah.
than there is of him being healed.
I'm not gonna not fight. I'm going
course.
for it. So who is that I've got left in there?
The Restorer.
The Restorer, indeed.
It would be apt if he restored me.
He potentially will. So he's going to get 5 attacks. What I'll do is put 3 of them into your leader.
Yep.
And 2 of them into your other boy.
Imagine a world where you healed them both.
It might happen. So here we go.
Imagine that place.
The 2 hits on 2 attacks on your regular warrior for now. On freeze. 6 and a 1, so 1 hit.
Yep.
It is strength 5 again, so freeze to wound. There's a 1, so no wound. That's the first time I've whiffed.
That is the first unwound.
Well, no, but yeah. It's the
every other thing that's got
has
to
at least
that
had
stage
one gone through.
has gone through.
Yeah, at least one.
And then been converted into a death.
Yeah.
Or
or a flesh wound.
flesh wound.
So 3 attacks left on your leader. On freeze. That's 2 hits. Freeze to wound. That is 2 wounds at -2.
No saves.
Okay, so here we go. So I want, correct me if I'm wrong, I want a 3, 4, or 5.
Yes.
Do not want a 6. If I get a 6, it gets rid of your flesh wound effectively.
It does.
It's a 2 again.
Well, that is good.
So that puts you on 2 flesh wounds.
It does.
Doesn't really do much for me, that.
I then get to hit you.
You now get to hit me back with someone.
I do.
Who are you going to hit me back with?
I think I'll go with the least fucked one.
Okay. Okay.
So, old Necron no name.
Mm-hmm.
Back there. He's going to have a go at the. I think he's going to hit the. He's going to hit the judge.
Okay.
He's going to hit the judge.
He's a specialist, so I wouldn't appreciate that.
Who'd have thought? So I get 1 attack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be hitting on 4s.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
it's a 5.
That is a hit.
That is a hit.
Mm-hmm.
From strength 4.
Freeze to wound. That's a 4. 4 up save is needed. I get a 3.
Oh no.
And I also get a 3.
So that's going to put the judge on a flesh wound. There we go.
You now may activate
The Vanquisher.
the Vanquisher.
The Vanquisher indeed. The only possible target is the flayed one on the outside of the building. So all 5 attacks are going to go into said boy. On freeze.
On 3s.
Ooh, not great. 2 hits,
Could be all you need.
hopefully.
3s to wound.
Strength 5, so freeze to wound. 2 wounds at -2.
Ooh, -2. 6s. The possible worst roll.
3, 4, or 5 I need, I believe.
It is.
Oh.
I get a 6,
Oh, would you look at that?
so he gets rid of his flesh wound,
And
basically.
he goes back to...
2
well,
6s on that guy.
he kind of dies and then is reborn.
Horrendous.
I then have 1 more attack.
You do.
My leader
Mm-hmm.
is going to hit the judge.
AKA the more fucked one.
The most fucked.
Yeah.
Can you get more flesh wounds on a guy? Only 1.
1 more. Yeah.
So here we go.
Gee,
I hit on a 5.
would he be hitting on 6s? Was he normally
He
hit
hits on 3s.
Oh, no, it's
So
minus
plus
2.
2. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
Okay,
hits on
so
a
5 is fine, yeah.
We need a 3. What? The double juggle. Oh, it's a spinner.
That's mental.
It's a 6.
Okay.
We get it.
4 up save is needed. That is a 5. It's saved. All suspense is put to an end.
It would have been a flesh wound.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
It wasn't, but it would have been.
So, does that take us to the end of the fight phase?
It does.
And then we go to the morale phase.
It does.
So, for you, how many people have you got out of action?
A 4 out of action.
How many flesh wounds do you have?
2.
So that takes you to 6.
Which is more.
So you need to test to see if you're broken. Roll 2d6. What is your highest leadership on the board?
It's 10 across the board.
Okay. So if you get less than 10,
I
you're
get
good.
a 6.
You're fine.
I'm in a good place.
But the 2 gentlemen with flesh wounds, you're going
We'll
to
need to take.
You're going to need to test to see if they are shaken. So.
First up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no name. Possibly Narifi.
Okay.
It's a 3.
It's a 3. He's fine.
He's fine.
I think they are all going to be fine, aren't they? Because at most
even
it
on
goes.
6,
at most it goes to 10. So
Yeah,
you're
6.
fine.
And he's got a friend, so.
So they're all going to be good. I got 2 out of action.
And 1 flesh wound.
Yeah, which doesn't make me broken. But the one on the flesh wound can't fail. But I get 3 anyway and pass. Points.
I got some.
I didn't kill anyone else, did I? That round.
Not this round, no.
No. So, but I did get 1 for having my thing. Do I not have more people
You do.
on that objective than you do?
3, and you have
I
4.
may have 4,
At least 4.
which will get me
1 point.
that point, which will take me for 2 points.
Yes, and I also get 2 points for the 2 out of action.
True. Yeah, so I go to 7.
And I get on the board.
And you get...
Do a
Lovely.
dose.
So it's 7-2. It's just going to be more of the same next round, I reckon.
Pretty much.
Hopefully.
Although there's going to be less charges because all your boys are in.
We're in combat anyway.
So now it's important who gets this.
I guess.
Not as important as it has been previously.
Yeah. Let's try anyway. Let's try the initiative.
I get 6.
I get 8. So I am in. Which, this is good for you.
I don't know. I mean, I could fall back and then shoot you. That is the only upstanding thing I can do.
Yeah. Pretty much. But if you fall back, you're falling away from the objective as well. So
yeah.
We'll see. We'll cut away, do the movement, and come back and talk about it in a second.
Okay.
So for the Harlequins move, pretty quick and easy. Everyone was in combat other than my leader, who remained up on objective 1. So the 2 that remained in combat with your flayed one have fallen back, potentially and hopefully out of sight of most people. What's that eye for? I think your boy at the top will probably be able to scope them out, but
I've got some lines. I've got some things.
Oh, there's a window in here as well. Well, I got back out anyway.
Heavily obscured.
Yeah. One out to the bottom side of the board into a ruin, and one out to the top side of the board behind a storage crate. Everyone else stayed in combat.
Yes.
Necrons move.
Still in combat with that guy.
Oh, yeah, he is. I didn't even realise that. Necrons move.
So, 2 of the Immortals, the high road and the low road, have readied.
Okay.
And then my comm specialist is making a charge.
Who's he charging?
He's charging all 3 of the boys
inside your building.
In the building.
Okay. They're all in combat, so I can't do anything. Go for it.
Live the dream. It's a 9.
I'd say yeah.
He's only 6 inches away. I'm going to pop him in.
Is he fitting in there? How's he getting around there?
He's in. Is
there a gap that side?
It wasn't a struggle. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So he's in on all 3 of them?
He is in on all 3.
Very nice. But more importantly, he's on the objective.
He is.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
Everyone else is readied. The Immortals is just... the flayed one is just...
Staying in combat.
Staying in combat, doing his thing.
Okay. Yeah. Shall we go on with
Proceed.
The shooting phase?
Yes.
Go for it.
So I'll start with my readied model. I'm going to go with...
You got 2?
Yeah. The first one. So the Immortal at the back of the board. He's going to shoot through 2 windows into one of the players that fell back. That's the Vanquisher, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Eternal that you're...
The Eternal.
The Eternal is the one
and
you're
he's
firing
going to be
through
taking the comms buff.
Okay. Is it long range?
It will be long range.
Cool. So it's long range obscured.
So I'll be hitting on 4s.
Yes.
I do get a 6, which becomes 3 hits. And then I get a 2.
Is it a 6 up that it becomes 2 hits?
Yes.
Okay. Because that was a 7.
It was a 7, yeah, plus 1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So then we have Strength 5, ensure toughness 3. We make 2 3s and a 6.
So that is 3
That is 3 wounds. No AP, 1 damage.
3/4 up saves. I make none of them.
Oh, that's impressive. Injury roll.
Yes, you need a 5 or 6.
It's a 5.
And that is a 5, which will put the Eternal out of action, giving you a point.
Which we like. And for anyone that wanted to know, Senwoseret is Senwoseret is coming up next. So here comes your boy.
Okay.
Senwoseret firing down at the other remaining...
The Vanquisher, I believe.
The Vanquisher, who also fell back. No gimmicks here. It's a straight roll. You are at half range, but you are obscured.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 shots hitting on 4s. That's 2 3s.
Yeah, that's what we like.
That's not the best.
That is what we like.
That's not the money.
Is that the end of the shooting phase?
That will, unfortunately, be the end of the shooting phase.
I can't shoot.
You cannot.
I can actually, because they stayed in combat.
Yeah, you got pissed. They got charged.
Oh, all 3 of them did,
charged
yeah.
all of them,
All 3 of them did. Good
Smart.
Point. Good point. So they won't be able to shoot.
Big brain.
Is that? Yeah, that's the end of the shooting phase, I guess. That was quick. Onto the fight phase. I made 0 charges. You made all the charges.
Yes.
Would you like to fight?
Well, I would, but I'd also like to possibly decisive strike.
So you want to fight with one that didn't charge?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've got 2, so I'll match you. Yeah, I'll match you. I'll try and roll off for it.
Let us roll.
2d6, yeah?
2d6.
Oh, Joe gets it.
I only got a 7.
There's a 10 for me. So I'll choose my Zealot, even though it won't make a difference because he didn't charge. Actually,
I think the judge would be the best choice.
I'm just thinking, is someone on...
Judge is on a fleshy.
Judge is on a fleshy.
Yeah. But the judge... Oh, he can go for that new guy, can't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it will be the judge. Or do I just take the... I think I'll just take the loss of the judge and I'll try and get some full hits on him. Yeah, so the other one.
One of the others.
Yeah, one of the others.
The restorer.
The restorer. We're going with the restorer.
Or the cleanser.
We're going with the restorer with his caress.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be 5 attacks on freeze.
Yep.
Into your big boy.
Into the comm specialist.
4 hits.
Otherwise known as Memtuhotep.
Mm-hmm. Is he still toughness 4?
Still T4.
So that is going to be freeze to wound with the caress. 3 wounds at -2.
I'll have a 3-up save.
Okay, so
we need 5s.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly better than ever before.
Mm-hmm.
That is a Flavor Town 4.
Okay, across 3 dice.
Across 3 dice.
1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 needed. That is a 1, but
we
still,
take those.
Still, at least you're -1 to hit now.
I am. So my decisive strike still happens, doesn't it? Just after yours.
Yeah.
So then I will hit you with the flayed one.
Mm-hmm.
And the flayed one is only in combat. I can pile in, can't
I? You can pile in. Yeah.
Well, I can't go far. It's literally not there.
Yeah, you can't. You wouldn't be able to get through it, I don't think.
There's no space on the other side. So.
Yeah.
Which won't get me within an inch, I don't think, of anyone else.
No, probably not.
Even if
But you have to move to the closest enemy model.
Which is always going to be that guy.
Still going to be that same guy.
Yeah, so it's just going to be all his attacks into the cleanser.
Okay. Through the wall, so -1.
Mm-hmm.
No longer on a flesh wound.
I suppose I could pile into the window, couldn't I?
Not exactly, because we don't treat that window as...
a physical thing.
As an actual window. Like
I'm going to put him there anyway.
Okay, just for the... It doesn't make a difference.
Purposes of... Yeah. I'm still hitting you through a wall.
Go for it.
So needing 4s. So that is 2 hits.
Mm-hmm.
And then it is strength 4, so 3s.
Mm-hmm.
That is 1 wound. I get to re-roll the 1. I'll re-roll that because it was cocked. So 2 wounds.
Okay, 2 4-up saves. 2 6s.
Double saves.
Have that.
That's fair enough. That's fair. Then I charged.
You did.
Haha. So I'm going to have my Immortal hit the Restorer.
Mm-hmm.
Because why not? So 1 attack.
Is that all he gets?
Yeah, he's a shooty boy.
And you get a 1.
And I get a 1.
Why was I...
I only charged it so you couldn't shoot me.
Okay.
And that I could potentially play the thing and then attack.
I thought he might have a tasty little weapon.
No, he's a shooty man.
Oh, okay.
Shooting men's.
Well, you never know with these weird
No.
armies. Back to me.
You have the Restorer and the Judge.
So we'll go
Who
with
will you
the
choose?
we'll go with the Restorer.
Yep.
5 attacks. Who's he in on? Both of them.
He can hit 3 people. You can hit the Immortal and the 2 warriors.
We'll just go all on your leader, I think.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'll do two on your leader.
Yep.
3 on the other one.
Okay.
The other warrior.
Restorer, restore. We can only hope.
So we'll do the 3 on your leader first.
Mm-hmm.
On freeze. 1 hits.
We like that.
And then it will be freeze to wound.
Yes.
That's a 5. Is he on a flesh wound already?
He is.
So 3, 4, or 5 will put him out of action. It's a 2 again. Do I have command points?
No, you blew 2.
No, I made you use 2.
Did I?
Decisive.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, fair enough.
My plan worked perfectly.
Yeah.
And then on the other guy.
Then on the other guy, I have 2 more attacks. On freeze, 1 hits. Freeze to wound, and I miss the wound.
So I'm going to hit you back.
Go for it.
I'm actually going to hit the Judge
Okay.
because he has yet to go.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be hit by my regular, slightly less wounded Necron.
Mm-hmm.
So once again,
Mr.
1 attack.
Less Fucktotep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less Fucktotep, who is now his name. So he's going to be needing 4s to hit. It's a 3.
Okay.
You then get to activate the Judge.
Mm-hmm. Which will be 5 attacks, but it'll be -1 to hit. And I'm going to put...
He cannot hit the leader.
No, he can only
But he
hit
can
the warrior.
Hit the other 2.
The warrior and the big boy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do 2 into the warrior.
Yep.
And I'll do 3 into the big boy.
Okay.
So, 2 into the warrior on 4s.
Mm-hmm.
Both hit.
Both hit.
It's going to be freeze to wound. 1 wound at -2 AP.
On the warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Need a 6. It's a 5.
Gets a 5. Has he got a flesh wound already?
He has.
So a 3, 4, or 5.
It's a 50% chance.
I get a 2, I'm flipping the table. I get a 1, which is
We take those.
somehow I feel better about.
I mean, what would be worse is if you get them all to 3 and then roll
Then get a
6s.
6, yeah.
Because you'll just be like, why?
Yeah, then I'd be fuming.
I hate myself.
I
I then get to hit you with the leader.
have my other attacks
Oh yeah, sorry, you got the other.
on the other thing. What did I do? Did I do 2 on...
You were going to do that. You did 2 on him. You were going to do 3 on the
3 on the other one. So I'll do that now on 4s again. They all hit with all 4s.
Efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Toughness 4.
Freeze to wound once again. They do not get such a efficient result with 1 wound, -2 AP.
Needing a 5.
5 up save.
It's a 5.
That is a 5. You saved it. Now you get to hit me with the leader.
I'm going to hit in 2.
This is a proper slobber knocker.
The cleanser.
Yeah.
With a 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good enough.
Doesn't do anything. Is that the end of this? Is that the end of this
the
phase?
end of the combat as a whole.
Okay.
Morale.
Starting with me, I have
You lost 1
3
boy
out of action,
and 1 on a flesh wound.
and I have 1 on a flesh wound, which puts me at dead even.
Yes.
So it needs
no
test.
need to test.
The one with a flesh wound can't fail, I don't think, because of the people around him. And only having 3 out of action. So that'll be me. You need to test
I need
again.
to test. I passed the test.
Okay. What did you get?
I got a 7.
Okay, that is less than 10, which means you passed.
Less than 10.
Any flesh wounds on the board?
I have 3 lots of flesh wounds.
Okay.
So the immortal first.
Yeah.
It's a 5.
5. How many out of action again?
4.
So that takes you to 9. So he's good.
I have a friend.
Mm-hmm.
The leader.
Mm-hmm.
2.
He's good.
I mean, I think you can't fail anyway.
I think you can't fail.
Less
any of them.
fucked up Hotep. A 2.
He's good. He's fine. That takes us to the end of round 3.
It does.
Points wise, do you have that objective now?
I do.
Okay.
4 versus 3.
Did I take anyone out of action in that?
No. And I did take 1 out of action.
So I'm going to go up to 8
and I
for my one objective that I hold.
Up to 4.
Okay.
In 4th edition Warhammer, Necrons, when they reach 25%, they phase out. And as such, I will phase out.
Okay. However more fancy and narrative it sounds, you can say whatever you like.
They return to the earth. I'm not about it.
Okay, so we're calling it there.
Mental.
Yeah, for those that have somehow listened to this without listening to any of the other campaign matches, just so you know, we're not recapping at the end of these ones. We're giving a separate episode next week. We'll have the recap as well as the consequences of battle. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Yeah.